Right, I've been busy this week making. We're going to be doing some of these. Hi Marie. Aren't they gorgeous? Little Valentine cards. And what I've done is, and I shall upload them into my art journal group, is I did this drawing and I've created a sheet of them. Okay, so I shall upload that to the sheet, to the club group for you, for the Facebook group. And then I've torn them out. And I've done a raised stencil on the top of the card. I don't know what MIA means, Barbara. You have to tell me. Right, so that's what I've done. Now, my little soppy thing, is that on the back of each of them, my family, despite being all, have been really chuffed to read them. I've done a little type out to each of them. So, Jordan, for example, who's my eldest, I have written, "My firstborn, so precious, you just like me have a restless, a yearning for things to mean something, be worthwhile, be interesting. Follow your heart, it will take you to great places, and never regret the paths you tried or didn't take. Enjoy the journey and know I will love you all the way." So this is his card and we're going to be finishing it off today. And I've got one for each of them and one for my husband. So I may or may not read you them as we go through. So they're going to be going, and I've already started this off, but they're going to be going in there. So, easy. And then I'm going to do it up. How cool is that? Missing in action. Right. So I have obviously already gone ahead and done raised stencils for those, and I've already gone ahead and cut the book out, and I'm going to show you that in a bit. But we're going to first of all crack on, because I've got a lot to do. We're going to crack on and get these cards done. So I'm going to change the angle of the camera. So as usual, I have this week got my distress crayons. So there's lots of different brands of these out there. So and you can obviously also use paint, but I use these because they were quick. So I just scribbled around each one. Hi Karen, thanks for joining. We're doing some love today. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow, and those of you that don't know, it's my wedding anniversary tomorrow. We got married on Valentine's Day in Cuba, on the beach, in a heart full of flowers. How's that for romantic? You'd never have had me down as the romantic type, would you? It was the most romantic day ever. And all the children were there. We did it all a bit topsy-turvy. We'd had all our kids before we got married. But that was really special. So I think we've been married 12 years tomorrow. We've been together about 26. It's quite an achievement these days. So there you can see, I'm just doing scribbles. Thank you for sharing, Louise. And I'm using my finger. Now you can look up these products. They're gelatos, distress crayons. Tim Holtz do some. These ones I'm using are Jane Davenport. They all do the same thing. Okay. So I'm going a little bit on the mouth, just around the edges at the moment. Now I did a big raised stencil heart here using textured paste, and then I've done a little, it's a bit more difficult to see, but I've done a little heart here just coming off her lip. That's raised as well. 2 different stencils that I had. So already they're looking pretty good. Just with a bit 2 colours smeared on. I as a result of last week's live where I did those gorgeous yellow cards with the faces on, I should have got them out to show you. Heike gave me a really cool idea for you furniture lovers, that you could use these as tag cards for your furniture, like care cards. So you do one side arty farty and then the other side your care instructions. I thought that was quite cool. And she's going to have a go at that, so I'll be interested to see what she does. Not much red on that. There. So then what I do is with a paintbrush, it's just water. I'm just getting a bit of water, just enough to fill in the white bits of the hearts that I've got, the raised stencily bit. Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it, Ruth? I can't take credit for it at all. It was all Ike's. But it'd make them a bit special, wouldn't it? Especially if you've got a shop or on display. So I am just using the water that activates the distress crayon, turns them into paint really. But I don't want to go crazy with it. This music's still too loud. Go down, go away. They are called, they're Jane Davenport markers, these are. But they're basically distress crayons. And as I say, you can get Tim Holtz distress crayons, gelatos. And as soon as you add water to them, they turn into paint. You'll see me using them a bit later, but I've been using them the last few weeks. They're just really great because you can smudge them with your finger, as I have just done. Or you can add water to them. Now what I do with the mouth, because they're obviously quite fat, I've literally used my paintbrush to take a bit of the colour, and then I'm painting my lips in. You see? So I just want them to have a little bit of a red glow, and I've chosen the darker red. So I've just printed these lips that I've drawn off on normal inkjet paper. I shall put it up in the group if you would like to have a go. You can use the same drawing, there's no copyright on it, because I drew it. These are kind of like digiprints. You can get digiprints on Etsy, which are like a starting point for mixed media work. So you can print them off and they give you the starting point to work with, which I think is a really cool idea. So that's the lips done. Now I'm going in with my favourite Stone Grey Stays On ink, and I've got my pad. I'll try not to press too hard because it's shaking the camera, but I use a bit of the ink. Let's get it going on the heart itself. But I'm also using it around the edges, like so. Okay. I just think that immediately, brilliantly darkens it up. Looks lovely. Can you see that? just like a must-have for all the edges of everything. Although I'm going to show you in a minute another way. Okay. So my heart just tries to pick out a little bit of it, but I'm going to use a different tool to bring those hearts out in just a sec. Whose is this? So this is to Ryan, my middle child, and I've written him, "My second miracle, so perfect. You hide your gentle soul with your wonderful humour. You are the most generous, most loving, all animal caring. Use your clever brain to do something amazing. Don't waste the gifts you have. Find your mission, your place, and give it your all. And know I will love you all the way." A lot of love going on here. I am soppy on the quiet. I hide it well. Right, so that's the end of my ink for a minute. Now I've got here, it looks like a normal pencil, but this is a Stabilo pencil, Stabilo black pencil, and they are amazing. I've been practicing with them all week, and I'm going to be doing a bit more on the journal in a minute, but I'm going to just show you this and you'll see what I mean. So I'm just outlining. They just come across as a bit of a black, dark black pencil. Okay. Here we go. So I haven't done the heart in all exactly the same places. I quite like the randomness of it. A little bit around the heart there. Now again, I'm going to use my water, just water, and I've got to be really careful because as soon as you get, look, really activates it. So you can even just wet your finger to activate. That is the right word. It is activate because it just completely changes it. This is called a Stabilo. Now we're going to do, most of my picture in my book is done with the Stabilo, and I'm going to try and activate it and hope that it doesn't kill it. Okay. Hi Sarah, how you doing? Right, so the last thing to do on this side is my white, I've got red everywhere from the smudging, but this is my white Posca pen, and I'm going to put some highlights in her lips, top and bottom today. Give her some juicy lips. I'm going to give her a little highlight in her heart. A little highlight there. A little highlight. Just the little drawing doodle touches make all the difference, I think. So now we have some hearts that are looking pretty good, and I'm going to just use, I've just wet my finger a little bit just to spread a bit of the black, just to make them pop out a little bit. Yeah. Give it a darker side. So they're all at, you know, of varying degrees, but I think that's okay. Okay. So I've got to go over and do something on the other side, and they've got a bit smudgy and a bit red. So I'm going to use the lightest red to just go around the edges, because obviously I don't want to cover up the messages that I've given, but they should just transfer on. And worst scenario, I can print them out again and stick them on the top. So nothing lost. So I'm using that finger again just to smudge in. So I've got this challenge going where you need to make some of these cards. These are just made with normal playing cards. And I've torn up bits of book paper to give them some strength. Stuck them on with normal glue. And I'm going to be using them in my journal book. But if you do mixed media, you can obviously use it as tags in your journal book, or as gifts, or as furniture tags, as we talked about earlier. And just your take on it, really. So there's, I think that looks quite good like that. I'm going to get some of my black to go around the outside. I think it's okay that they're a bit smudgy. Quite like the imperfecto-ness of them. I could finish these off with matte finish and they'd have a nice shine. Kind of matte shine, if you like. Might do that. That will seal it all in. There. So that's my lovely cards. Aren't they lovely? And they're going to be going in here. In my little pocket that I have created. Now I'll just show you quickly. This is my next journal that I've started preparing, and I've cut out, I stuck a much larger group of papers together for this one because I wanted a thicker whole, and this is what I'm going to put my original cards in from last week. So I needed a deeper one because they're taking up quite a lot of space. So I've literally put a card there and drawn around it, and then used my craft knife to cut right through back to the beginning, and it took a while to neaten it out. And then I've stuck 2 pages together, and I have drawn around, and as you can see there's a slight gap there. I might have to do something around the edge of that because I didn't quite get it right. It's a bit of a tricky fiddler one, but I'm going to stick that down now so that we have a door. And I've done the same at the back, a narrower one, and I've stuck 2 pages together, and as you can see I've drawn the door out, and I've just got to cut it out with my craft knife and then stick it down, and that will be the same at the front and the back, which is like my secret cubby holes, if you like. So I went a little bit further with this one than that, in that I have put a raised stencil heart on it, and I've put some of those brads on there. Obviously I couldn't get the brad here to splay out underneath, so I've hot glued it in place. So it's quite, it's okay, it will hold it, and then I can tie that shut. So that's fine. And I've done, again, a little heart on her mouth. So these cards are going to be living in there with that shut there. And then the last little thing that I've done, my children think this is a bit creepy, but I've got a little fairy bottle, and I cut out a little heart, and inside it it's got one strand of hair of each of us in it. Well, it could have been blood, couldn't it? It's not blood, it's a hair of each of us. So I've got all of our DNA, and I've punctured a hole here, and I'm going to thread it through when I finish drawing, so it will hang there. And there's all their personal affirmation cards in the hole. So I think that looks quite cool. So we've got to get on with her. Now I'm going to do, obviously we're in the mood for some red. So I'm going to put some red. My book's getting quite solid now. Despite my children thinking I'm a bit bonkers, they were all really touched by their individual cards, wanted to read them, and then wanted to check out everyone else's card to make sure that nobody else had, of course, you're my favourite child written on it. Because we always tell Georgia she's our favourite girl in the whole world. It took her years to work out she's our only girl. And then when she did, she said, well, what do you say to the boys? And of course we said, well, we say, you're my favourite oldest boy and my favourite youngest boy. So she was like, okay, that's okay, I can accept that. So let's activate some of this red. Let's see what happens. Turns into this gorgeous, rich look at that. So these are, if you're late to the party, Jane Davenport Distress. I don't think they're actually called Distress, but they are. They're just called Jane Davenport markers. But if you go to Tim Holtz, his are called Distress markers, and they do the same thing. Just get different colours. So I'm just starting with a basic all over wash, because I'm putting off, if I'm honest, I should have practiced it before. Done all this prep, but I haven't actually practiced activating that Stabilo pen on this scale on my actual journal. Good God, I haven't even done it on a practice bit or anything. So she's got this great big sweepy. I'm going to get some black in there as well at some point, but just wanted to get it started. I think we should have some red in the pocket. Let's go. So what I did after I cut the pocket out is I stuck a load of PVA glue all the way around the edge to sit, because obviously those pages were all loose. So that's the next stage I've got to do in my other book, is to get them all stiff now, the same, so that it's stiff on the outside, they're all stuck, and stiff on the inside. And that's literally just PVA glue, or Elmo's glue if you're in the US. So you can see how easy this is. This is just getting a base. And I like the writing showing through, so I kind of want to keep that there. I'll let that dry in its own time. I would have put the fastenings on last. I just didn't know if they were going to work or not, so I sort of got a bit carried away trying it out. Okay, right, moment of truth. Now you can use water, matte finish, gesso. I've got them all here to activate, and I think I might start with gesso just because I'm that. No, I'm going to start with matte finish. Okay. Now you could use Mod Podge if you've got that. I'm going to go for it. And I've got wet wipes on the ready. And I've got tissue for crying. So look, I'll start on that little white bit there, right in the middle where there's nothing. Look, I know it's going to go. Oh, look. Oh, I'm so scared. Dear God. Tissue. So some of this is being done with pencil, normal lead pencil, and some of this is a bit, unfortunately I did it several days ago, so I can't remember which is which. Some of this I've gone over a little bit with that Stabilo. And I'm hoping, the idea is to use the fact that once it's activated, you can see, look, I'm getting a really nice black line, to my advantage, you know, as if it's a deliberate thing, not a deliberate scary thing, but I'm using the activating bit. Oh, so fast, so good. Let's get rid of some of that red. And this line around her eye looks dark to me, so it looks like I've used it on that. It looks like I've definitely used it on the eye. Okay. And what I'm doing is wiping off the excess at the moment. This is literally the first time I've ever done this. Now you can get different colours, Stabilo. But I love this. I bought a pack of 12 black ones. They come out really, they're really good sketchy pencils, but they come out really inky when they're activated. You can see I'm getting lost in the moment here. So I've done a few lines. I don't normally do all the drawing before I see you, and there will be a bit more. And this is... You've all gone very quiet today, guys. What are you doing for Valentine's Day? Now this bit is actually going to be lost in darkness. So I'm going to need a bit more. You can see I'm getting a bit more confident with it now. Okay, so I'm going to pick up some of the colour here to darken up. Don't do anything Valentine's. Well, we do just because it's my anniversary, but I'm not sure we've actually got anything planned other than work this year. Right, I want some more black in this side. We booked it, our wedding, for Valentine's Day. You know, partly obviously romance and so on, but it's one of the few dates on the calendar that husband can actually remember. He doesn't know when any of the children were born. He actually forgets their middle names from time to time. But he remembers Christmas and Valentine's Day, so I figure I did something good there. Right. Done a little bit of that. I think I'm going to have to quickly dry a little bit off. Just give me a sec. That's how quick matte finish dries. Right, so I'm going to go in with, this is the Stabilo, and as I say, it looks just like a pencil. I got them from Amazon. If you put in black Stabilo, I'm feeling all confident. I'm going to do a little bit more shading. I definitely want more shading on this side. This is what my Valentine's girl. I think I've washed out the ear a bit. That's okay. I think I need a bit more black down this side too. Let's watch that smudge. You just remembered last year. I'll join you virtually, Marie. I'll raise a glass. You think of me on my beach in Cuba. Oh, it was like heaven. That is how to get married, guys. Apart from, I have to say, the 10-hour flight. Dear God, don't know how I coped. So, in case you haven't already, tomorrow, as part of the Very Chic Valentine's giveaway, there is a post on my page. There's also a post on Ruth's and Louise's page. And this month we are giving away quite a few free places into the Very Chic Club for 1 month only. So you get to see what we're all about. So if you go to my post or any of the others' posts, and if you write in the comments, you'll tag 2 people in that you think might be interested in being in the club in the future as well as right now. We will be drawing those winners tomorrow. And you will get to be in the club for a month, which is just a fantastic opportunity. There's lots of tutorials in there that are there for you to see. We've got things going. We've got Kristen Min is coming on the 22nd into the club exclusively for us, so you will get to see that, which is just going to be amazing. Heike, no, not Heike. Royce Bell's live is still in there at the moment. It's going to be taken out and put into the Magical Palace shortly, but it's still in there at the moment for you guys to see, so you will catch that too. So there is lots of things to see. The minimal amount for our club is only £6 a month, and you get an awful lot for that. You get a lot of discounts on a lot of products, you get a lot of support, a lot of interaction, a lot of lives that you don't get anywhere else. and you get a community of people. I've made cardinal sin there, showing her whole eyeball, so I'm just filling in over the top there, which should hopefully look a bit better. I want her lips to obviously look gorgeous and red, so I'm going to put a little bit there. And we'll colour that in too. If you want to check out what the club's all about, or think about whether you'd want to a free place or not, I was going to put a link at the top and completely forgot, but perhaps Ruth, you could put a link to the club. I had it already and I didn't do it. There, she looks better with bright red lips. So the last thing to do on this is to go in with some marker pens and do the final doodling, I feel. So I'm just going to quickly dry her off. The thing about mixing all of that with the matte finish is that it's now sealed it. And I've got a slight, I don't know if you can see from the camera, slight sheen. It's a very matte sheen because it's this is a matte finish. I'm going to use my Posca pens just to fine up some of the details a little bit. Posca pens work fabulously, especially when the area has been sealed. You're good to go. So just going to make that a little bit darker in her eye. I'm going to give her some proper sultry eyelashes. Let's go for it. You have to remember when you do eyelashes that you go out right up to the middle and then right out the other way. Look at that. Now we're talking. Proper drama girl. Whoa. If only my eyelashes looked like that, okay? So I like this to look a bit sketchy, so I'm going to do a couple of lines. There, that looks quite nice. Thank you, Ruth, for putting a link up. I'm going to use that Stabilo pencil to go around the edges of my heart, because we know that will work well. Make that pop a bit more. And I've got a heart in here that's been lost a bit, which probably needs a bit of red. So I'm just wetting my finger to get that going, but I think I'm going to have to do the other one carefully with a paintbrush. I've done it with a different red just so as it pops out different from the lip. And I want a bit more around here, I think. Yeah. A little bit more. cool. Now, I think I could do with an, yeah, I'm not trying, let's use my ink pads to just try and get a bit of a black edge. I could do it with the Stabilo as well, but I'm just rubbing it on there. Rubbing it on. Hi Sharon. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. So here's my cards, and I've read you out, Jordan and Ryan. So I've got George's, my third and beautiful surprise. She was a surprise. Everything you do shines a light, brightening all of those you touch. Yet you are humble, honest, earnest. Don't ever doubt who you are. You are you, and you are wonderful. Create the world you want around you. Paint it all the colours, and know I will love you all the way. So this is my Valentine's card to Georgia. And I've read you Jordan and Ryan's. And the last one is to my husband. My best friend in all things, you make me my better self, always supporting, shining a light in the dark spaces and giving me strength. We laugh and play like kids even now and share proudly our greatest achievement, our 3 beautiful children. Know I have loved you all the way. Aren't I soppy? So those are my special family Valentine's Day affiliation cards. And these are my little brads, and I'm hoping that the glue, hot glue, will hold it. Let's see. Yes. And then I'll just glue it shut. So this is my little bottle. It's got a hair strand of each of us in there. And I'm going to tie that. I've punctured out a hole here. It's a little bit fragile. It's all a bit wet. But hopefully I'll just file it on. And once it's on, it will harden and be fine. Okay, strengthen it up a bit. That's my little dangly of my family. We're all connected in my book. Hi Carla. So now this is my Posca pen, which is I usually save till last just to give the gorgeous highlights. Go. She would probably have one here. And what I'm going to do is a little, because she's a bit of a glamour girl, I'm going to do with my ruler. Please forgive the noise. I think there is somebody at the door. So, done a little twinkly. Noodle! Stop. And I'm going to do another one in her lip, just a little one. Just dampen it down a bit. Okay, and use a little bit of the black just to bring back in the detail that I've lost. So my hands smudge that. So there is this week's Valentine's girl. She's looking quite glam. I think you'll agree. Do some emphasising with these eyelashes. Quite like the doodleability. There we go. So here she is in all her glory, with my little pocket. With my lovely affiliate cards to all my affirmation cards to all my lovely family for Valentine's Day, telling them how much I love them. So it might not be hugely romantic, but it's my world, my life, and they're so hugely important to me. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to, last thing, I think we need to just darken up the edges if we can. Thank you, Ruth. It's a bit of fun. My book is nearly finished now of this one. I've got a bit to do it at the front. My beautiful glamour girl. With my cards for each of my family in a secret cubby hole with a little fairy bottle with a strand of hair of each of the children and my husband and myself in it. I probably need to make myself this card because I haven't put anything on the back of this one, so that all 5 of us are in it together. I think that would be really nice. But that's the back of my book. So as you can see, the book's getting quite chunky now. I've just got a section at the front to do, but all these pages through here are now done, but all different, all something different each week, hopefully. It's cool, isn't it? Very simple. So the materials for today were textured paste for the raised stencil, obviously my Stays On black ink, which it's not black, it's stone grey. I use it a lot. Posca pens are just amazing, black and white. I've used Jane Davenport's distress crayons, but they're called markers, but they are distress crayons. I've just used 2. And the exciting intro today, really, for me, has been the Stabilo, black Stabilo, and I'm going to be doing lots of black Stabilo. Hi Mallory, I haven't heard from you for so long. I miss you. So here she is, and that's what you create, and then just a little bit of fun. So I hope you guys will go over to the post, put your name, nominate a couple of people, because Ruth and I are going to have a really fun day tomorrow, working out who's going to be on our free month list in the club. It would be great to have you get involved, see what we do, see what we're about. And I should have a lovely Valentine's Day. Lots of love, lots of love. Hi Rachel. PM me, Mallory. I've missed you. And I'll see you next Thursday. I don't know what we're going to be doing. I haven't got a clue now because I've been exhausted planning this all week. Lots of love, lots of hearts, lots of happiness. It's a good time of year. I think we're moving into spring. I'm feeling positive. So let's do it, guys. Go put your name on the list. Let's get you in the club. Let's have a fun March. And I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.